Hey, how you doing? Justin back with you to talk a little bit about songs that would be great to work on for lesson 11. We've kind of got two halves to this lesson. We've got the fingerstyle thing and the sus chord thing. They do both kind of work together, but when it comes to your song practice, you might want to think of them as separate things and either spend most of your time working on one and then when you feel comfortable with that moving on to the other one, or dividing your second practice session up into half and half. So half of it working on a fingerstyle song and the other half working on a sus chord. It's completely up to you what sort of stuff you enjoy. There is going to be a consolidation lesson in a few lessons time where you get the opportunity to pick and choose the things that you need to work on, and you want to be on this grade 2 for a little while after the end of the course and not be in a hurry to start learning other new things. You want time for all of these things to settle down. We've covered quite a lot of ground. With that said, as far as fingerstyle songs go, probably the best one I think is Everybody Hurts. It's in 6/8, uses D and G for most of the verses and E minor and A for the choruses. It's got a couple of little fancy bits that you can choose to add in or not, little walk downs. The only problem is that it uses an F sharp minor and a B minor in the bridge, but we're going to be checking out power chords very soon, so that'll be a way to get through that section as well. So it's probably still a pretty great tune to be getting on with. House of the Rising Sun, also a brilliant tune for working on your 6/8 fingerstyle. Works really well. It does have the mini F in it, so because you're picking out notes individually when you're doing fingerstyle, it will expose any problems that you got with your mini F chord, but that is kind of a good thing as well. You definitely will want to be doing it a little bit slower than the full tempo. One interesting thing I found when I was practicing it with the knit suds thing was that I've found it very difficult to stick with the pattern consistently, to go like, which is what you should be doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was very, very difficult for knit suds to be doing like that. And what he found was going, almost by accident. It was just something that happened as he was trying to get the chord changes right and was stumbling over that first part. And actually it sounds pretty good. It's not what I'd recommend, but if you find yourself doing that when you're practicing that song, I wouldn't be worrying about it too much. Hallelujah, the Leonard Cohen, Jeff Buckley, Rufus Wainwright thing, Shrek, whatever. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. Some of the chord changes are quite quick and it's changing through them a little bit faster, so it's probably not your best first choice, but if you love the song, might be something that you want to check out. This Year's Love by David Gray, which was one that we looked at earlier in the course. For strumming in 6/8, that also works lovely for fingerstyle. Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, that whole... That's in 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't remember how it goes now, but that whole front section is in 6/8. Again, it's got more complicated things going on, but as a beginner, I'm kind of like, I used to say to people, you should stick with, within the stuff, within your level and just do your easy stuff. But, there's no harm in having to go at doing something like that. If you're a really big Metallica fan, you'll really enjoy it, and then you'll be enthusiastic about it and practice it more, and therefore get better at your fingerstyle. So there's going to be sections of that song you won't be able to play all of the power chords you pick, but as I said, power chords are coming up next lesson and they're very, very cool fun. So yeah, that might be an interesting one to check out as well. If you've got more suggestions for good fingerstyle songs that are in 6/8, let me know in the comments and I'll add them into the main lesson if I've checked them out. As far as sus chords go, there are gazillions of songs that use sus chords generally as ornaments. They're all over the place. The real kind of classic one, Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams, is probably the most famous, might even be played on the keyboard originally, I can't remember, but as a riff, that's a fantastic one to have a muck around with. One by U2 uses... U2, they're all over the place in U2. The Edge is a huge fan of sus chords, so you find probably, I don't know if there's any U2 songs that don't use sus chords, although they'll be using bar versions as well. One is a nice one. All I Want Is You is a fantastic one for the that little part, but the chorus of that song's got F sharp minor to D in it, so we need an F sharp minor chord to strum, which is kind of a tricky one for beginners, but otherwise that will be a great song. What else did I put in my list? I still haven't found what I'm looking for, which I think it uses D, G and A sus. That's a nice sounding one. There's a great one that I've only recently discovered, so I haven't learned it myself yet, is All You Have Is Your Soul by Tracy Chapman, which has got sus chords all over it, D and A, and I think it had a G chord in it as well. But beautiful song. That's one I'm planning to do a lesson on soon, because yeah, amazing artist and a great song. So hopefully that'll give you some starters. If you've got some other suggestions of songs that you know or that you've learned before or you think would be appropriate that I should check out, do let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to go and check them out. Hope you have a lot of fun with this lesson. Bye.